Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, Music City, USA, and home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt, who hope today they will hit all of the right notes. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Well, that's some way to start this game. They're lining up for an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, I give them a lot of credit. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fires to the tight end. On the move at the 30. Put it right on him. Good pick up, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Lets it fly. Catch in the middle, it's Alexander. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. And the Commodores trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Johnson looking to throw. He caught it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Pushes toward the goal line. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Vandy. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the point after is good. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Leaves it with the back. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
Really nice run there. No, listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They've always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
He'll come out throwing on first down. He makes a grab into the end zone. Touchdown time.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Two-point conversion attempt is coming. Wants to throw. It's Milroe. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2, and they go on top 8-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Alabama 8, Vanderbilt 7.
Here we go. First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Johnson wants to throw it. It's complete on the right side.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
They keep attacking through the air. He rifles one deep down the middle. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, David. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll ride the hot hand. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Using his legs to buy some time. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Looking to throw for it. Flushed out of the pocket. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
Get it out on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. To throw, it's Milrow. Completes it in the middle. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
Another 1st down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. Alabama quickly back to the line. Wants to throw on 3rd down. He caught it. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the 1st down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the gun, he'll try to throw. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Back to throw, it's Milroe. Moves around to clear up the vision. He gets into the end zone to convert, and they'll tack on a couple right before the half. They march 72 yards and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're just about ready to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll be able to snap it once more before the end of the half. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll throw it on first down. Pressure coming. Quarterback moving. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half.
The end of the first half. With the score, Alabama 16, Vanderbilt 7.
The Commodores will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes that Alabama offense. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Unloads to the right. He's got it. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stem in the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Third down coming here, and they need to get it out to the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
This is why third down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes. They put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for. Some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line. It confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
You feel pretty good about a quarterback sneak most of the time. Such a short yardage play. I just got to find a little crease and get through it. But this defense was more than ready for it. Built that wall up front. Nowhere to go. No push. Big stop by the D.
Quarterback checking off. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Gonna let it fly. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, football, there's so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down.
Nothing but green ahead. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Trying to find his man on first down. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man.
Well, that's a real good-looking throw, and I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely well. They coach these guys up. And this is a guy who loves football, loves the X's and O's, and you're seeing it translate onto the field right now.
Gonna run it. It's Haynes. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here we go. Pass, do the show. Break.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Alabama 16, Vanderbilt 14.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
We've seen throughout this drive success for the offense when they've been running the quarterback. Finally, though, the defense got it right. Everybody played their assignment. They honed in on him, and they got a big stop.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Back open in the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Guys in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Getting late, pressure building, huge third down coming up on the road for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
quick pass on the fly motion. Touchdown, Alabama! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Number 5.
Setting up for the PAT, and when it gets this late, every point matters. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the fourth. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Unloads to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on first down. Johnson looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
First down, Commodores.
Finds his tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He's looking to throw it. Getting some heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Well, they tried it again and got the same result. They'll get nothing and like it. Now they're looking at a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation and put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with a loss.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Running back searching for a hole. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, it just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding those things that I do well.
Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, Music City, USA, and home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt, who hope today they will hit all of the right notes. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on another SEC rival, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Commodores will kick it away to start. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 8.
The offense will take over. First and 10.
Timeout called here by the... The first one they've used this half. First down here for the offense. Back to pass, it's Vandy-Rttp. A little screen to the running back. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
And here comes the offense on second down. Wide out in motion. They'll give it to the back. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the big fella. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Looking for space, it's Wilcox. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
To the air, it's Vandy-Rttp. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man, and they convert. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Brings up 2nd down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. On the move, it's Patterson. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. Facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. He's looking to pass. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
The Wildcats will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that ball is picked off. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Johnson wants to throw it. Gets it out fast. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. Commodores want to pick up the tempo. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Holds it in. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. They want to just keep throwing it. That is just a sideline clinic. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
When you run this out route, you know you're starting to get close to the sidelines. I know I got to start slowing down and find a way to drag or get one toe, a pinky toe, a big toe, whatever I can inbounds. Nice effort, nice catch, way to keep something in bounds.
Looking to move it through the air. Pulls it in. It's Alexander. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gets it out quickly. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. The Commodores are threatening on 1st and goal. Johnson looking to throw. He makes a catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Commodores. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down.
Inside the offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. The Wildcat is racing to the line in the hurry-up. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Fires to the big fella.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations that time.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. What a turning point this could be. The offense is going for it inside its own 30. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Makes a grab enough for the first. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Got him, and nobody's close. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
You know, and that's a route this offense practices all week long. You really have to have great timing when you're throwing these out routes. There's nothing a defender can do on that one. Perfectly thrown, well caught. Nice job getting his feet in bounds.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Release to the back. That's caught. It's Wilcox. Makes the grab and knocked down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. All the way down to the 25-yard line. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Back to throw, it's Vandy-Rttp. Going for it all. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready. Had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Spits it out to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Alexander. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it. Got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Quarterback checking the play. They'll throw it on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Alexander. Makes the catch, and he's brought down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Johnson wants to throw it. Feeling some heat. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the 1st half.
That's the end from the 1st half. With the score, Vanderbilt 7, Kentucky 0.
Kentucky will boot it deep to get the 2nd half underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Where he's just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
Going up top on first down. Got his man quickly. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Johnson looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. And the Commodores headed quickly to the line. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. That's caught. It's Bell. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice. Turnover on downs.
Timeout, Kentucky.
Line gets set. First down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. To the air on first down. They've got the screen set up. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And that went nowhere fast. And first down is a good time to run a screen, try to catch them being a little bit aggressive and maybe thinking about a little bit of run and making people attack and run downhill. But the screen pass did not fool anybody. Nice discipline by the defense.
Offense gets set for second down. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting where he's blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Right back to it. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, and they convert. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
You ready for first down?
down to open this period. He's going to pass. Now improvising. Going to try to get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Second down coming up. Leaves it with the running back. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. Kentucky right back to the line. Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Flushed out of the pocket. Fires downfield. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
He'll come out throwing on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He'll pull it down and run. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability,
he holds it in and nobody's close. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown Doors. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
What nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. Down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. He's taking a deep shot. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper. Understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. The aerial assault continues. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. Fourth quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now, or do I trust my defense?
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
And that's a